Hi everybody, Jo here with another Coffee Break Crafts. So I hope you've got your coffee. I have, so let's have a sip. I have to say, thanks so much for joining me again, and thanks for your lovely comments on my last video. Honestly, it really means the world to me. So today, in our coffee break, we're going to create this design, or something similar to this design. Really simple, couple of oxide inks, some blending, and one stamp. And I think that fabulous for men's cards, because not being funny, sometimes men, you can be a bit difficult. Don't get me wrong, I know some of us ladies can be a bit difficult, you know, obviously not speaking about me, but actually Cal might say I am. But anyway, and it could be used for so many different occasions. This would make a lovely notelet, I do think, but also you could change the colours you use in the background. So I'm going to use, this is for a 6x6 card blank. I like using this size. So this is a 5.5 square and it's multifarious card. And I've got some Lavinia low tack tape here. And I'm literally just going to pop the tape all the way around. And for me, again, nice, quick and easy way is just pop it up to the edge. That way I don't have to measure. And little tip, I always write on the inside what my tape is, so I know this is Lavinia, because I don't know about you, if you've got a tape that isn't as good and you pick up the wrong one by mistake, there's nothing worse than doing a lovely design and it ripping the card. Right, colours of ink. I'm using oxides and I'm using mustard seed, Crackling Campfire and Villainous Potion. Yes, I do struggle with how to say that. So I'm just going to move my coffee to the side. And the easiest way I find, especially if I'm creating a card in my coffee break like this, so I just open up my inks and pop my little blending tool in each. Just have another sip of my coffee. And then I'm going to move it to the side because I don't want to knock it over when I'm doing my blending. And I'm going to come in with the yellow first, and again, blend circular motions on the ink pad. And I'm going to start at the top here and just put some nice yellow, simple blending at the top, about a third of the way. And we're not going to do the middle one next, we're going to come in at the base with our lovely deep purple. Now this works very well, you could use red instead or brown. You can really mix it up a bit. But I just felt today we'd go for purple. And again, we'll just pop some purple on there. Don't worry about it too much. Next, bring in the middle bit. And this way, we can blend the middle colour into the top and into the bottom at the same time. And this is why this is perfect for your coffee break, because it's a lovely, quick and easy background. So what we'll do now is just blend up a little bit into that yellow and down into that purple. Right, we'll work on the top bit, blending a bit more into that orange. And then we'll just go down into the purple and just bring a little bit of the purple up into the orange. And again, we're not going to overblend. A bit more with that orange, I think. And then a little tip, I'm just going to put these lids on. When you do a blended background like this for me, the best tip I can give you is your lighter colour, come back in with that and blend it over the whole design. And for me, that just blends the whole design together. Done. Last little bit, we're going to bring in some BlackSoot. And this is just to give a bit of depth at the bottom. And I'm going to use my fabulous number 3 stencil brush from Lavinia. And I'm just going to bring in some, and I'm doing this before I stamp because I don't want to smudge my stamping. So for me, it's important to do this. And I just want to add a little bit more depth at the bottom. Again, don't overthink it. Now I'm just going to bring my trusty copy paper in And the stamp I'm going to use is this fabulous Meadow Grass. So I've got it on my block. We're going to use black. Versafine Clair. Just going to ink up my stamp. And we're going to stamp the middle first. So I'm just going to go for that one there. Again, I've still got my border there. Now, I do think if you need a sympathy card, and again, unfortunately, we do have to make them, this would make a lovely design. I know it's hard saying the word lovely with a sympathy. I mean, it doesn't really go, does it? But you could use some lighter colours maybe in the background. Or I know when my own dad passed away last year, we saw it as his sunset. So this could be taken as that design. Last one. And again, I'm just altering the heights a little. So we'll just pop this one, I think, down here. Lovely. And then I'm going to add a little bit of faux bleaching. So my fan brush is in my water pot. And again, I'm doing this before I take the tape off. But also I'm doing it after I've done my stamping. Because otherwise I would have had to wait for the ink to dry. So again, it helps. If you need a card in your coffee break, these little tips really help. Now that's faux bleached enough for me. I don't want it bright white. So I'm just going to dry that. And I'm going to come in, I want some orange little Posca splats. So I'm going to shake my Posca pen and just come in and add a few down here, a few up here. You could add a moon mask if you want. I don't want to on this occasion. I like it just as it is. Right, that's enough. And another little tip for you, the Versafine Clair ink will dry slowly on your masking tape. So if you get your heat tool and pop it on, two things, this will help dry. So the faux bleach in the Posca, it'll help dry it all, but also it helps just melt the glue on your masking tape. And if you have got a masking tape that is a bit naughty and sticks to your card, I mean, I know this Lavinia one won't, but what it will mean is that it will peel off like butter. So that you're doing two things. You're using your heat tool to dry your design, but also to just melt that glue and help that masking tape peel off. Now, how beautiful is that? And I'll just bring it up so you can have a look. And I've got to be honest, I think that is so lovely. I'll bring in, look at that. Now, if you needed cards, if you do sell cards for charity, and I know a lot of you lovely ladies and gentlemen do, I have to say, I think that would be a lovely design. Maybe a nice little sentiment there. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to have another sip of my coffee. And it just shows you what we can make while we have our brew together. So I hope you enjoy this design. And you know what? We've got lots of lovely Lavinia stamps that actually will stamp well here. But it just shows you one stamp and away you go. And you know, when we added the black at the base, look how it just adds to that depth. And look at that crisp line. So thank you very much for joining me. 10-minute coffee break with you. Do you know what? It just makes my day. I'm going to finish my coffee now. You take care, everybody. Thanks so much for popping in. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.